Hello, everyone. Jeff Clark here with A Taste for Whiskey. Thank you for joining us. I'm really excited today because my favorite thing is food and whiskey. And I have with me today Chef Jason Reynolds.
Hello, Jeff. It's good to be here.
Thank you for coming, and
Yeah.
thank you for so much for collaborating with me on this.
My
We've been
pleasure.
talking about this for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just talking about food tastings and talking about how it pairs with different whiskeys. And we thought, well, why not share it with you?
That's right. Yeah.
So one of the things that kind of got this started is I was participating in Bardstown's World Top Whiskey Tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just needed to understand a little bit more about food pairing. And so who better to talk to than our local chef here, Chef Jason.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. And, I love food and, I love flavor profiling. So, in putting things together in food that all flows together, was perfect. And when we talked, you thought it went great with pairing it with whiskey. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And then I found out that my judge happened to be Peggy No Stevens, who actually wrote this awesome book along with Susan Riegler, and that is Which Fork Do I Use with My Bourbon? This is a fantastic book. This book allows you to dig deeper into food pairings.
Yeah.
What goes well with bourbon and how to do it, like what to think about, as well as how to do a bourbon tasting. So if you're interested to know more about that, strongly encourage you to get that book on Amazon. Excellent book. And a lot of the terms that we use really comes from Peggy No Stevens. Just a fantastic lady. She was the master taster for Woodford Reserve Bourbon, Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And she judged my event on food pairing. So I have a huge respect for her.
It's a perfect resource for what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So what do we have today, Chef Jason?
Well, we have the famous Indiana pork tenderloin sandwich. What a better way to start this out by introducing a homemade Indiana pork tenderloin.
Oh, yeah.
You go elsewhere in the United States, they might not know, but famous pork tenderloin in Indiana.
Yeah, if you're coming to Indiana, tenderloin's where it's at.
That's right. And you'll find them everywhere. So, a homemade breaded pork tenderloin. We complemented this with, it goes better and best with the homemade dill pickles.
Yeah.
Some sweet onion, and of course yellow mustard. And then we added the pretzel bun, which has that maltiness in there. So these flavor profiles of this sandwich will go great with the pairing of this whiskey.
That sounds delicious. I'm so excited. And you think about what would pair nicely with this. And there's a few different routes you could probably take. And I think what's going to be surprising to some is I felt a rye whiskey would pair nicely with this.
Sure.
A lot of people tend to get a little worried about that spiciness.
Yeah.
But when you're talking onion and you're talking pepper and you're talking this nice breading, mustard,
yeah,
I feel like a spicy rye is perfect for that.
Yeah, I agree.
But not just a spicy rye.
Right.
A dill spicy rye. So what I want to do is sort of go into kind of this flavor explosion by pairing this with Bulleit's rye whiskey. This is 95% rye, 5% malted barley, sourced from MGP, and it is roughly aged between 4 and 7 years. It's a blend. But I'll tell you, one thing I get out of this is just this very nice dill note.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give this a pour.
Okay.
And let's talk through this. Because I feel like, to create this flavor explosion, my favorite is dill pickle.
Yeah.
Followed by pepper.
Yeah.
Followed by onion. Followed by the pretzel.
Yes, right.
I think we're describing everything on this.
Yes.
And then and it complements with the tenderloin itself. So what we have here is on the nose. What are you getting, Jason?
Well, the first is the spiciness, of the rye, and then of course you do get the dill notes, and they're after the spiciness of the rye, and
this is exactly what I'm getting. You get On the nose, you get some dill. You get, if you follow by a little bit of black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a nice sweet, maybe a little bit of vanilla on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to taste this right now before we go into the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dill really comes through.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice sweet note. Then on the finish, you get some of that pepper. Really good black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper. Yeah,
just really nice black pepper.
Not overabundant, but it's just enough spice. Yeah,
and the finish is real. It's medium long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, especially as we're thinking about this, I feel like I'm drinking a tenderloin. All right, let's dive into this and see where we go. Now, a lot of times when I think about pairing food, Chef Jason, I really like to think about, how do you do this? So in wine, sometimes you do it up front. You take the drink on the front end. You take the drink on the back end.
Actually, you should take it. Yeah, sure. Should take the on the front end of your palate first.
Okay.
And then enjoy the flavors, and just see what notes and what flavor profiles are in there, and then slowly, you're not gulping it down, of course.
Yeah.
You want to enjoy it,
Absolutely.
So just like you want to enjoy the taste, you enjoy the taste of the food too. So you just enjoy that flavor and just mix those flavors together, and then.
So we hit the tenderloin first, and then we'll go right into the Bullet Rye whiskey.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, cheers.
All right, cheers.
Oh man, this just looks so. I don't even want to eat it right now.
I know
it just looks pretty.
Yeah.
Man, a really nice balance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it does. It goes well together.
Oh wow!
A little pepper in the breading of the pork, the dill, and the homemade pickles. You know, sweetness of the onion.
Yeah.
And then the pretzel bun has that malted flavor.
Oh yeah.
And then
let's dive in.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man.
Wow.
What a great perfect pair.
That is the perfect pair.
Yes.
Folks, if you're looking for a way to really pair a nice rye whiskey, this is it right here. Bullet Rye with a tenderloin with a nice dill, sweet onion, a good kind of a spicy breaded tenderloin. This is incredible. This creates what we call a flavor explosion. It is so good. It just takes that the dill, and it takes that pepper, and it takes that breading, and it takes that maltiness, and just kind of explodes that flavor. This is excellent.
Yes, and as chefs, we talk about flavor explosions with just food itself. And so when you create dishes, you create everything that will blend together and have a flavor explosion in your mouth as well.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, Chef Jason.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man.
Man.
It's good.